Hey there folks, so a fella asked me about moss and I wanted to share my experience with this awesome stuff here that Glassbox Tropicals is now selling. It's Dusk Tropics moss mix. It's a company based out of Sweden that makes they make moss mix, they make Epiweb and Hygralon. So he asked about people's conditions and how they grow moss. I grow all mine under 6500K. I haven't had any luck with lower spectrum colors like 3000 or 4000. Even 5000 gave me stringy results. So this is an LED pent made by Beamswork. You can't find them anymore. I bought some of the last ones off of eBay. They discontinued them and they're going to 10,000K. So I counted it. There's 7 rows of 5 LEDs. So there's 35 0.5 watt LEDs, or maybe they're 0.5 watt LEDs, and it works pretty well for this tank. So you've got Hygralon over here. I put the Dusk Tropic moss mix on there. Put it on the Epiweb. And like Hygralon and Epiweb is what this moss mix is for, so your results may vary with other surfaces. But this is the company that makes the moss mix, makes the Epiweb, and makes the Hygralon. Alright, so it was mentioned in the comments about it doesn't matter about low lighting, but as you can see here in the back corner, I've got a film container up here. And you see this clump right here? It's still brown. And it's still brown because that film container is blocking the light. So bright light does indeed help, contrary to what others might say. But from what I understand, too much light is also a bad thing. Alright, so yeah, that's it for this tank. As far as ventilation, there's ventilation here and ventilation in the back. Kind of like a European passive ventilation design. Down here we have a 20 long that I put on its side. It's not fully completed yet. I was letting the moss grow in, and it's been a long time because the moss would, when I first put it on there, it died off and came back. Then I wasn't paying attention to it and giving it what it needs, so it died off and now it's coming back again. These fans here are 25 millimeter double ball bearing Evercool fans. This is the same company as this up here. They are super quiet fans. If you're going to use fans with inhabitants, put window screen over them. There's nothing in here right now, so it's not too important. But as you can see here, there's a brown spot where the moss kind of died off and it's starting to come back again. But I got this moss here from a gentleman out of Hawaii. His name is Charles Moni, and you can you'll see him sometimes post in the group about his mosses. There's a group called Rare Terrarium Plant Classifieds that he posts in. Here's the other side of the tank that's got the same moss. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much my experience. Even this 6500K cheap LED from China that I got in recently is keeping this mood moss here alive. As it was mentioned in most groups, with dart frogs, you don't want all this moss. The reason why I have all this moss in this tank is because I rescued these frogs. There's some Azurias in here, some Leucomellas, and one green and black Auratus down there. They were all in the same tank. The tank was flooded and full of water, and the substrate was like a swamp. So there is moss up here in the front, but in the back and everything there's leaf litter and such. But I'm actually thinking about getting rid of this moss soon and just putting more leaf litter. But I just didn't want it to just die and go to waste. So it's just in there staying alive for right now. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful to somebody about mosses. I have had my fair share of bad luck, but it's mostly due to negligence. Like this tank right here, I have this spray bottle. I'll just come in here and just missed it. I only missed it twice a day. I usually missed whenever the lights come on, when they first come on, and whenever they go off at night. So yeah, that's my experience. Hopefully it was helpful. I highly recommend this stuff right here. You can get it from Glassbox Tropicals. You can get the Hygrolon from Glassbox Tropicals. You can get the Epiweb from Glassbox Tropicals. It's all the same company based out of Sweden, and I haven't had this stuff very long, and this moss has only been growing since January the 12th. But I'm satisfied with the quality of these products, and people have been using this stuff in the Netherlands and everything for many years. This company has a great reputation. Alright, well, I've already said this, but I'm going to say it again. Hopefully this is helpful. Later, folks.